back, and this is her granny. This is Gail. So what's it like dating with your grandma? She's pretty hip and pretty cute.
It's pretty lucky dating with my grandma because, you know, she's a friend, but she's also been through everything, so you get all of that experience.
You get the benefit, right? The experience.
Absolutely.
You know, why is it, Gail, this to you, why is it we have such a hard time taking advice from our moms, our grandmoms? You know, you don't see this much. That there's no age gap between you two. You talk as equals. And she's willing to listen to your advice. Why don't you think more of us are smart enough to do that?
Why don't I think more of us are smart enough to do that? Maybe we don't spend the time getting to know our grandma as well as we should.
That's right, yeah.
And that's
we limit them, right? Oh, yeah.
Everyone was young at one point, you know? And it's easier sometimes doing it with your grandmother rather than your mother because it skips a generation, you know?
Oh, yeah, there's a little distance. Yeah. That's a great point.
Because we were all teenage girls hiding things from our mothers, but our grandmother's like, okay, I'm not responsible for that, so we can share some secrets instead.
And we don't talk back and forth. In other words, I don't go running to my daughter.
Right.
Unless for some reason I need to, then I will. I make that judgment.
You guys keep it private.
Yes.
We do.
That's a great rule in any friendship.
And that will help it.
Yeah. Hey, if you could pick the ideal man, because you guys have been through a lot together, if you could choose for Gail, who would that person be?
Well, he would certainly be patient because Granny's got a lot of opinions and he'd need to listen to all of them. He'd be worldly because Granny's worldly and she'd want someone that she could share those experiences.
She could travel and talk about her
absolutely, absolutely. And just someone who's youthful because Granny's got a young spirit and someone that can keep up with her in that way.
And I think a good sense of humor.
May I add one thing?
Absolutely.
Sure. Well, it's your man.
Okay, instead of a prenup, a non-nup.
A non-nup. Now, Gail, if you could choose for her, who would you pick?
If I were to choose for her, it wouldn't be yet. But in the future, I would say in her early 30s, she will be ready. She's not ready yet, in my opinion.
But just to date, someone to date.
To date. Fun. She likes to have fun, but he's got to be intelligent, and he's got to be a good person.
Yes.
Because she will recognize that. That's the most important thing. A good human being.
Good person and a
and money as well. Yes.
You want to add anything to your list?
Tall.
And I saw your reaction to the poor man who happened to be bald.
I know. I didn't think they were going to use that.
You'd like
Maybe
some hair.
Maybe a head of hair.
A head of hair.
I mean, it doesn't have to be long or anything, but just some hair might be nice. Maybe
if
a
he's
beard.
tall
I like beards
enough,
too.
I think she might even be able to live with the baldness.
Yeah.
But tall
enough.
I'll take facial hair. I'll take facial hair.
Facial hair. You're back in, guys. All right. This is why I'm trying to get the statistics here, because if there is anyone out there that thinks they'd make a good grandfather-grandson dating duo for Kayli and Gail, please go to our website.
We're looking. Single ladies.
We are collectively looking, and we are going to put the force of the show behind this.
Help me. Help her.
Help us find them. So if you guys are a dynamic duo, grandfather-grandson, let us know. And we'll let you know how that turns out. Thank you so much to Kayli and to Gail. You guys are delightful. And everyone gets to go home with a copy of Granny Is My Wingman.